Hello everybody. Merry Christmas to all the viewers in Gijis channel. Myself, Abby Alexander, and I'm doing my internship in one of the Marriott hotels. And today I'm stepping into Gijis channel to show you all one of the most famous American recipes that we all love to eat across the globe. And by now I'm sure everybody might be knowing what it is. It is the most popular American hamburger. It's a very simple recipe. It's one of the fastest sandwich that everybody can make easily at home. But we often prepare ourselves to go outside to fast food restaurants and grab them because that is more convenient to us apparently. But if we look into the health conscious side of eating such fast food restaurants, it's better to cook it same thing at home, either in our own way. Either we cook it in our own way, buy the ingredients, because stuffs like hamburgers and fries you can easily make it at home, and that would be better actually than going to a restaurant. So today I would be liking to show everybody how to make one of the classical American recipes of hamburger, and for that we would be requiring very few ingredients that is easily available in almost all the supermarkets across the world. And for that we would be requiring some fresh ground beef hamburger patties, and even if you get hamburger patties and if you don't get them, it's also good. You can use it some ground beef and you can mix some salt, pepper and some seasoning along with it and shape into a 6 ounces patty shape, and you can use that as well. So, and along with it we will be requiring some seasonings. I have made a special seasoning here with some coarse salt, with some onion powder, some celery, some garlic powder and a little bit of smoked paprika. That's why the red color is there. And we will also make fresh mayonnaise based sauce. That will be requiring some mayonnaise, some hot sauce, we'll be making it with some hot sauce, and then we'll also be using some sweet relish to give the sweetness in that along with the hot stuff. And also we'll be using a little bit of ketchup just to give the tomato flavor in it. And we'll be serving the burger with a side of chips and a pickle. So let's get ready and see how to make it. So let's get started and start making the hamburger. So I've taken the beef patties here. So before that I will use some pan spray so that we prevent beef from sticking into the pot. Or you can also use olive oil or butter, whichever is your preference. And we take these burger patties here and we're gonna season it with some of the special seasoning that I made, and we're gonna put it inside. It's a nice weather outside to cook here, so we chose to cook it outside. We will also use the seasoning on the other side so that we get some extra flavor into the meat. And while the burgers are cooking, we can make the special sauce with some mayonnaise, with a dash of some hot sauce in it. If you want more, you can add more sauce into it. For some sweetness, we'll add some sweet relish. We'll add a little bit of ketchup, some salt and pepper, and we're gonna mix these. While the burgers are cooking, many people have asked me a couple of questions that, do you guys have any dirty secrets behind the kitchen, or is there any tips that we should follow while we go out to eat outside? To those people, I would say only one or couple of things. That would be like, try to avoid going to a restaurant during the busy hours or the popular dinner hours, because that is a time when the restaurant makes money, but you actually get fooled. More and more people, but the efficiency of the chefs that prepare the food goes down. And you know what, something like you will be getting served whichever way they want to. And it's time to flip the burgers. As we can see, it's cooked on one side. So while the other side of the burgers are cooking, I'll come back to where I was. So like, we should avoid going to the restaurants and on busy hours, because it's really, sometimes the restaurants have less staff, the restaurants might not be prepared for such a busy hour on that day. So something like that, so many factors come into play. So it's always better to go to a restaurant or go out to eat with your family when it's like 5 p.m. when before the dinner hour starts, or 11:30 or 10:30 or 12 p.m. afternoon before the lunch hours actually start. So these are some of the tips that you should follow when you go to a restaurant. And other restaurants, that try to go less, visit the fast food restaurants, because the oil is not changed every day. So you know, you might be served in the same old oil that has been used maybe 3 days back or 2 days back. So that is actually, if you consider, if you're a health conscious person, that's actually not a good option for you all. So those are a couple of ideas that I would suggest before you all go outside to eat. As we all could see that the burgers are cooking really nicely, and one good thing I like about these beef is they are really rich in fat. We can see the amount of oil that it has left in the pan. So, and we always would make sure that while we flip the burgers, we are not supposed to squeeze them, because that releases out the juice that is there in the meat. So when you eat the burger, it becomes dry. But one of the main reasons that burgers should taste good is, while making them, you should not squeeze out all the juices. So in that case, the bun gets dry, the meat gets dry, and it gives you a very dry flavor in your mouth altogether. So that is one of the reasons I would like not to squeeze out my burgers too much and let it cook on a slow heat on its own. Well, a burger is almost ready. Now we will be toasting some of the buns so that we could plate it. I've taken your unsalted butter. You can also take the salted regular butter if you wish to. And we'll take some fresh sesame buns that I have it here. I'm gonna take one of that here. Got the nice sesame buns here. I might use the chopping board. Just to separate them. And I'm going to use them, the butter that I put there. I'm going to make sure I toast them. Same here, and toast them here. We'll keep an eye if it's ready. So it's getting toasted nicely, as you all can see. Okay, so our burger is ready. Now we'll start presenting them. So our bun is really nice and toasted. So in here we're gonna put some that mayonnaise, special mayonnaise sauce that we made it. You can put on some both sides of it. Iceberg lettuce, and we can take a leaf of it. We can put as your own preference. We can also take a slice of the grape wine tomato. Take a slice of it. So we're gonna take 2 slices of this tomato. We're gonna take a slice, 2 slices of burger buns. Then we're gonna close it. We're gonna serve it with a side of chips and a classical pickle. So the popular burger served with the side of chips, pickle is ready. So making burgers is actually quite easy, but it's often because we are lazy enough, we don't make it at home and we spend outside. But if you look at the food cost, to make a burger it's not even expensive than $1.50. But if you buy it from outside, you either end up paying $3 or $4 for a regular small size burgers, which won't even satisfy your hunger, but it will also be a disadvantage to your health. But also the special mayonnaise sauce that we made, you might be thinking that it's gonna take time to make all those, but honestly if you make it once, you can store it in the fridge for at least a week or a month. It will be stay like that if you store it in a container. And chips is a very common thing that we all have at homes, and buns we all always have at home, and tomatoes and onions and cabbage. These are quite common ingredients that we always use at home. So burgers is just a food that we can cook at home, and there are many other food that we can cook at home and which is easier. And if God willingly, we'll upload more videos in Gijis channel. Stay tuned, and I hope you all like this video, and if you all like it, please like and subscribe and share. Thank you. You all have a blessed new year ahead. Thank you.